So as you can see, very rough and ready, but it was really about having fun, and I think the that really came across in the performance. I actually I won a prize in Manchester, the 10 prize, with that piece, and got some funding to develop it. And actually, what I learned was that when I actually had money to develop it, the fun went out of it. I mean, it was a bad time personally, and that had a big effect on it. But it was actually also having the money was detrimental, because it meant that I tried to overcomplicate it. It lost the fun element, and it's something that I've recently gone back to with Tamer, who I now work with, and we're doing an R&D, but with a very different approach, and I'm not taking a million jobs on myself like I did the first time. So that's something that we're doing at the minute, but that's another story. So I'll quickly move on, because I realised I'm maybe talking a bit too much. So that was 2014, and I then got the taste for collaborating, and decided that an annual event that I produce called Danza, which I know some of you have been to, I decided that year I'd make it about collaboration. So because I'd got so much out of collaborating that first time, I decided that I would open that up and hopefully make lots of new pieces from collaborations. So that year I would normally put a call out for work, and people would submit pieces that they wanted to show at the event. But that year I put a call out for people to apply to be involved, and to be involved in a new collaboration and be paired up with somebody else. So it was open to all art forms, any art form. So that this came sort of in the sort of roundabout summertime of the same year that I made Going Places. So I got lots of people apply, and then the idea was to pair up. The ideal situation was that I would have got 6 dancers or dance companies, and then paired them each up with an artist of a different art form. But what actually happened was I got absolutely loads of people apply from different art forms, but only a very small number of dancers, which I sort of expected, because Hull's dance scene is very small, and this was 2014, so it was even smaller. So what I ended up doing was sharing the small number of dancers that I had between lots of different artists, and it actually really worked in my favour, or in the event's favour, because it ended up just being this melting pot of different pieces that were being made, and there'd maybe be one dancer would maybe be in 3 different pieces but with different dancers, and there was some solo stuff, some improvised stuff. We had so many different art forms. So there was spoken word, film, costume design, there was theatre. So I collaborated. I used to use this event to be able to make my own work as well. So I'd always run my own choreography project as part of this event. And this year I collaborated with a brilliant artist called Anna Bean, who I think is on here. If she is, hello. But I'm not entirely sure she's still here. But yeah, Anna was a big part of my journey into collaborating, because she's there. Hi. Yeah, Anna's I could spend the rest of the time just talking about Anna, so I'll try and not go on about Anna too much. But Anna, you probably all know her, but uses a lot of. She's very inspired by different art forms, and she is a visual artist, but uses has moved very much into performance, and is just fantastic at conjuring these amazing characters, and using costume to create something magical. So I collaborated with Anna, and I paired everybody else up to do their own collaboration, and it ended up being something really special that sort of was, I think it was even better because of the fact that I had to share the dancers among so many people, so it became a bit of a community. So I'm just going to show a clip. It's got a few little clips of performances from the night. a lot of different relationships were made during that, and there were a lot of difficulties. So some of the partnerships, Michelle's just said goosebumps. Yeah, it was amazing. It was really special. Some of the collaborations worked better than others, and I think that was partly to do with just whether the art forms worked well together, how committed each person was. But I think overall it was really successful, just in terms of it was a real range of stuff that was made.